Hey guys, this is Priven with another Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report between the High Elves and the Dark Elves at 3,000 points, and this is the Brawler Bash list I've been talking about. The Dark Elf player, basically my mentor or my Yoda that got me into Warhammer Fantasy. Haven't got to play too many games with him lately, but about 3 weeks ago, we got a game in. He wanted to test out his list for Brawler Bash, which is a big tournament here in North Carolina. It's one of the biggest Warhammer Fantasy tournaments on the East Coast, and basically he wanted to test this list before he submitted it. Needless to say, it worked very well. He did end up using this list at Brawler Bash after testing it out on me. So pretty much, this was kind of a spur of the moment kind of game. I only spent probably about 30 or 40 minutes making my list. And he told me that for 30 minutes it was a pretty good list, but you guys can tell me what y'all think after we look into it. Also, I do kind of apologize. This has been about 2 or 3 weeks since I played this game, so the details of this battle may not be as exact or clear as my other battle reports. I had to wait so long to actually make this video because he wanted me to hold off on it until after Brawler Bash. So just keep that in mind as I'm doing this battle report. Alright, so let's take a look at the High Elf force. Basically my 4 characters are right here. I'll go right to left. On the right was a level 4 mage, basically high magic. Had the Talisman of Preservation, the Book of Hoeth, right there, and the gray is the Chosen of Assyrian. He already comes up with a standard 4-up ward save. I think I gave him the Armored of Silver Steel or something. It's the armor in the rulebook that gives him a 2-up armor save. He had the Dawn Stone. He had the other Trickster Shard as well, and he had the Halberd. So he's Strength 5. Because the Chosen is Strength 4, give him the Halberd, he's Strength 5. He has a 2-up armor save that's rerollable. Has a 4-up ward save, and the other Trickster Shard. So if he gets in base contact with anything with the ward save, they have to reroll it. The Hideous Mage is my level 2 Mage of Life. And basically, he has a Dispel Scroll. And then, of course, my BSB is the Sea Helm Hero. Behind him is the Spearmen, but they're being proxied as Sea Guards. Really kind of wanted to test them out, and so pretty much the Sea Helm Hero, he has Reign of Cain, he had the Shield of Merowyn, so he basically has a 4-up parry save, and I think I gave him also the Golden Crown. So pretty much in the first round of combat, he can kind of hold his own. What I tried to design with this list here is basically having a level 4 Archmage High Elf Magic with the BSB Reign of Cain. Chosen automatically gives a ward save. So basically, if I put him with the White Lions, they're going to have a 6-up ward save. Any other magic I get off, it's just going to build off that. And I knew he was coming at me with his Dark Elves, and I wasn't sure what he was going to use at first when I was making this list, but I was like, he's probably going to use a bunch of witches with the Cauldron and that special character. Because Brawler Bash allowed for special characters. So he's probably going to make literally a blender. So basically, I wanted to have something that could possibly not go toe-to-toe with it necessarily, but just survive. So that was my idea when I made these 4 characters. Like I said, this is the Sea Guard. There are 40 of them. A lot of them are already painted. Kind of need to work on a few of their eyes. I'm not sure if y'all noticed. I'm getting a little bit better at painting though, so I'm pleased. And they don't have any standards. They just have shields and bows, of course. So they have a 5-up armor save. 2 groups of Reavers with full command. Love the Reavers. And right here, basically, the Swordmasters are being proxied as White Lions. Had 40 of them. They had Banner of the World Dragon. Brought 2 Frostheart Phoenixes, and I brought 3 Bolt Throwers. So, for the most part, I felt, he's been working on the list that he brought against me. He literally spent, he said, about 30 or 40 hours coming up with concepts and ideas and testing stuff out. Me, I spent about 30 minutes. So yeah. Alright, so to the Dark Elf list. He was proxying a few of his stuff because some of his models, he hired someone to paint, so he didn't have all the models in his army that he needed. So basically, he took some from his Warriors of Chaos to proxy. So alright, so basically, he brought four bolt throwers right here. You can only see 3, but he has 4 of them. Those horsemen right there, those are 5 Doomfire Warlocks. Those things are freaking ridiculous. I knew that the Doomfire Warlocks were going to be an issue. To me, they're just like probably the best. Not only are they the best fast cav in the game, but they are probably really one of the most dangerous units that the Dark Elves have. And I really don't have an answer for the Doomfire Warlocks in my army. Basically, 2 groups of Dark Riders in the back with the red cloaks. The black cloaks are Dark Riders. Basically, just like my Reavers, but they're better. They got the crossbows, so they can double tap. The horses that are basically just horses, that big block of 10 right there, those are also Doomfire Warlocks. I believe he had a level 4 mage, or level 4 sorceress. They don't have mages, they have sorcerers, of life. So he was also bringing the Lord of Life. The little lizardman flyer thing, I believe, was a Dreadlord on a Pegasus. Like he was proxying that as well. Yeah, there's the 4th bulk thrower, and you can already see right there that he is bringing what I feared that he was bringing, the Cauldron of Blood, and I think he had I think those are 40 or 50 witches. He had 2 Dreadlords in there. He had the special character of the witch in there. I forgot her name, but she gets 6 or 8 attacks at strength 10. The hags on the cauldron. Yeah, terrifying. 2 groups of harpies, and then he had 5 shades. So basically, this is the battlefield. We decided just to do a pitch battle. Nothing fancy. Pretty much had a couple marshes, a hill, a building, and some impassable ruins over there. Alrighty, so basically, I deployed, and I got to go first, thankfully. And so basically, had my Reavers set out. I kind of spread my bolt throwers out a bit. I had one on the extreme right, just so I wasn't clumping them all together, and then I had the 2 others back there. I was really hoping to maybe kill some of his Dark Riders, and at first maybe I could get something to panic. Very unlikely. I had my Frostheart Phoenix on the very far left, the one that is painted. I was planning to fly around and try to take out his bolt throwers. He has 4 of them. Pretty much that's all his bolt throwers are going to be shooting at is my Frosthearts, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my Frostheart on the right. Had my Sea Guard deployed, and basically had my Sea Helm with the Sea Guard, and then I had my Mages and my Chosen with the White Lions, so hopefully my White Lions could maybe get a 4-up ward save, if I got some spells off, and that would make them last. Alright, his side, how he deployed. Now, I'm not really sure what he was thinking. Great. So I'm going to try to basically analyze his deployment. He put all his bolt throwers up on the hill. Great place for him. He had full command of the battlefield. Put his shades out there. He kept his that big block of Doomfire Warlocks with his general, that level 4 level 4 sorceress back there. I guess he's really afraid of my Frostheart coming at him. Or either he was just laying and waiting. And then, of course, the witches are back there. And I think his BSB was in the witches, but the other Dreadlord on the Pegasus was behind the house, I think, with the other Dark Riders. Alright, so High Elf turn 1. I don't really Vanguard with my Reavers. I just had my Reavers charge right into his shades. We're both Elves, so we're both going to get the strike first here, but I'm going to be Strength 4 against him, and I'll have the charge. I have a standard, so I'm pretty confident that I can kill those shades and possibly overrun into the Dark Riders if I don't take too many casualties. Maybe I can hopefully do something. I really wanted to charge the Doomfire Warlocks, but They got a 4-up ward save against all attacks. I just didn't feel too confident that the Reavers could kill them, in all honesty. And I think the Doomfire Warlocks have poison, too. I mean, they're just stupid. Alright, so, movement. I'm creeping my Frost Heart around to the left. You know, I'm not going to charge into the Witches. That special character is going to get 6 attacks at Strength 10. She will eat my Phoenix. I'm not even sending my Phoenixes into the Witches unless my White Lions are already in there. Maybe my Sea Guard, and maybe I'll send one of them in there to reduce their strength. But yeah, my only hope is to literally kill the Witches with Dwellers with my level 2 life. That's the only way I can stop it. I don't see any other way. I basically kind of move the Reavers over to the left a little bit. I'm going to take some pop shots at those other Dark Riders. Force those Dark Riders, if they do charge my Reavers, they're going to kind of be in an awkward position right in front of that marsh there. So basically, White Lions move up, and then I move them up again with Walk Between Worlds, kind of go over that marsh, and I go right in front of the Doomfire Warlocks. And those Reavers won't be there, hopefully. Hopefully they'll push forward and go into his Dark Riders. So, High Elf turn 1, shooting. My Sea Guard opened fire, it's a lot of shots. And I shoot at his Warlocks, and like I said, the 4-up ward save just pretty much saved him. I'm honestly not sure how many shots got through. I think I might have got maybe close to 20 or 30 shots. I think maybe only half of those hit, and then he was able to negate most of them. My High Elf Bolt Thrower opens fire. Sorry, that's not a Doomfire. I think those are Dark Riders, though they could be Doomfires. Like I said, my memory detail is a bit sketchy. I think they're just Dark Riders though, but I kill one regardless. Alrighty, combat here. Reavers are mopping up some shades. I do lose a Reaver though. And thankfully, ride down the shades, and I overrun into the Dark Riders. I was pleased with that, but yeah, it's very hard to fight another Elf army, because I really rely on they always strikes first. I think a little way too much. For those of y'all that also play High Elves or other Elves, I think you'll agree with me. I think we don't really how grateful we are for that ASF until we fight another army that has the same thing, and it's like, oh wow, we're kind of almost fighting a mirror image of ourselves, which I was in this game against Dark Elves. Alright, so Dark Elf turn 1. So he's charging the Doomfire Warlocks. The Dark Riders are charging. He moves in with his Dreadlord on that Pegasus. That's the lizard guy. His Harpies move up in front of his Witches. He moves that horrifying Witch block forward. As you can see to the right, the Dark Riders did make that charge. And in the back, he moved up that 10 group of Doomfire Warlocks with his level 4. The Dark Riders that my Reaver shot at, I was able to kill 2 of them though. They hold. They're riding around. He's going for that Bolt Thrower. He wants to get rid of that. So basically, he throws Throne of Vines, gets it off with a miscast, but he ignores it. So that sucks. He also does Doombolt, gets a few White Lions, and his Dark Riders basically wiped out my Reavers in this picture, as you can see. They're gone. Alrighty. The other charge he got, like I said, we were kind of moving a bit fast. He wanted to time this because end of tournament, it's timed, and so basically I didn't get every photo I would have liked to gotten. So basically, if there's no magic phase, then that means I used the Dispel Scroll, or just I shut down his magic phase in a way that it didn't matter, and vice versa. If you don't see really a magic phase for me, that's pretty much what happened, just kind of to save time. Basically, he got a flank charge in the Reavers, though, my second group. They lose combat from them. They flee. They go into the Dark Riders there. Have to take some dangerous terrain for fleeing through an enemy unit, and 2 of them are cut down or fail the dangerous terrain test, but one lives. So yeah, they're pretty much done. So he shot at, and this is, like I was saying, this is a picture I didn't get. All 4 of his bolt throwers fired at that frost heart coming at it. I believe 2 of them missed. 1 of them hit. It failed to wound. The other one hit me and wounded me, but I passed my ward save. So he didn't do anything. And he was just, like I said, his whole army's in those witches, but he was a bit disgruntled by this. He kind of yelled at his bolt throwers and said, "Alright guys, I hope you die. You earned it." And pretty much I was pleased because I know that my frost heart charge them next turn, and and basically it's in base contact with that first one. I just couldn't get it up on the hill. But yeah, I'm gonna kill it, and I'm gonna keep overrunning, and hopefully I can get all 4 of his bolt throwers, pretty quickly, and then I can turn around, and hopefully I'll have a better target with the frost heart. But I was pleased. It did work. It did very well through lucky dice roll and poor dark elf shooting. So, this is the overview for turn 2 right now, at the start. So, what we got going on here, this is what I was kind of thinking when I was looking at this. He went to go get a drink, and I was kind of looking at the board. I got a frost heart up there. It's going to take care of his bolt throwers, which is good. All 3 of my bolt throwers are still alive at this point. There's not too much for me to shoot at. I probably need to target the Doomfire Warlock unit to the right and the Dark Riders there, just to protect the bolt throwers. Those witches and white lions, yeah, I just know what's going to happen. So I basically, right here is the magic phase. I have to get Dwellers off. If I don't get Dwellers off, it's going to be his turn. He's going to come at me with the witches, and he's probably going to tear those white lions apart. Just without a doubt, because, he gets a ward save as well with that stupid cauldron. My other frost heart, I was probably going to try to target his BSB, or literally just keep it in position to, until maybe his other Doomfire Warlocks got closer. And my Sea Guard, I'll be honest with you guys, I had no idea what to do with it at this time. I could have charged, maybe the guy in the Pegasus, but that thing was kitted out. It was so nasty. It had a 1-up armor rerollable. I think with what weapons it had, it was like strength 6 or 7. It had like 3 or 4 attacks. He kitted that thing out like crazy. Alrighty, so this is it. Get the witches. Get Dwellers off. I don't get it off with that. I was trying to Irresistible Force it, but I got the Book of Hoeth, right? So I re-roll it. I'm like, yes, I got it. And he was freaking out. He's like, oh man, you just Dwellered me. And I just remembered that my level 4 high elf mage, he had high magic. He didn't have Lore of Life. It was my level 2. And he forgot it. I forgot it. I could have not said anything. I could have done the spell, but I'm honest, and I told him. And yeah, so we kept how the roll was, and yeah, honesty sucks. It really does. And so basically he threw his dice at it, and obviously he dispelled it and stopped it. So I didn't get Dwellers off. Well, I did, and I didn't. Yeah. So, didn't get it off. But anyway, at least, if you gotta lose honestly, right? Now, if it was a real life situation, I would have lied. But anyway, so, high elf shooting, taking aim at him right there. Get 2 of them. Of course, he sticks around because, they're leadership 8 as well. Second bolt thrower open fires. Get the Doomfire Warlock. Kill the Doomfire Warlock, make them flee, and I believe my third bolt thrower killed the last Dark Rider as well. So basically that flank was pretty secure. My Frost Heart continues to eat Dark Elf bolt throwers. It's like a buffet to him. He's enjoying himself. So this is how it's looking at the end of High Elf turn 2. I did not get Dwellers off. I did not charge with the Sea Guard. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I should have gone after that one character. Yeah, I probably should have now looking at it, because I would have had the charge, the banner, a BSB, the ranks. I could have just thrown the Sea Guard champion into the challenge. Yeah, that was stupid on my part. I probably should have done that. And maybe with my other Frost Heart, I should have done something. Um, I don't know what I could have done with it, to be perfectly honest. Those witches psychologically were freaking me out. Alright, so Dark Elf turn 2. He's preparing his charges right there. So he's sending his Dreadlord on the Pegasus. I think that was his BSB. I honestly think it was. I know I said before it was in his Witch unit, but I honestly think it was right there. Other charges. Send the Harpies at the Sea Guard. He's sending his Dreadlord on the Pegasus at my Frostheart. He has a pretty good chance he's going to have the charge, and if it's the BSB, he's going to be up by combat by 2 before it even starts. His Witches are charging into my White Lines. The Dark Riders are charging into the flank of the White Lines, so here it comes. The Warlocks run off from the Bolt Thrower. They did not rally, so small little victory there. He had 2 bolt throwers left, so basically, they took aim at what they could and shot at me. And they got one of my bolt throwers, so, they didn't get down in time and they were killed. So right here, combat rages on. Pretty much, I think I shut him down on his magic phase. That's why we kind of go right to combat. I put 1 wound on him. He puts 2 on me. Yeah, I believe he put 2 on me. And I fail leadership at first with that 7 there, but I'm able to re-roll it because of the BSB right there, and I pass. Of course, I wipe out his Harpies with the Sea Guard. Frostheart continues to dominate. Kill another Bolt Thrower, overrun to another one, so he only has 1 left, able to fire. So, yeah, combat. He decided to be a gentleman and let me go first. Because he knew that all his attacks from the Witches were going to take a while. So my White Lines go, and I think he had 4 board save from the Cauldron and everything else that was on there. And just look at all those 4s. Those are his dice, or his team's dice. Risky Business is the name of the team he's on. And so if you see the symbol right there, that means it's a 6. And yeah, like 8. I think I got 3, 6, 7. Yeah, I got like 10 or 12 wounds through. And he made most of his ward saves. I sent my White Line and a Champion to challenge that Witch Elf. She did 6 wounds to him, just slaughtered him. And yeah, this is what happens when you go against a blender. He got 33 wounds. I think he had 88 attacks. If you add all the characters and everything up. And basically out of 88, I think he got like 40 or 50 wounds in, and I was able to save maybe 10 or 12 of them, but 33 White Lions died. He just ripped them apart. And I'll be honest, I've only been playing a year, and granted, I've never gone to big tournaments or anything like this, but this is what you see there when you go there. This is another reason why I kind of like just playing for games for fun, because this is freaking ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. Yeah. Killed my mage too. You see, I'm on the dead as well. It was just, yeah. So end of Dark Elf turn 2. The White Lines, of course, they hold because they're stubborn. God bless them. But yeah, I mean, I honestly felt I lost the game at this point. Even if I kill his Bolt Throwers, let's say I kill that the Dark Elf on the Pegasus. Yeah, sure, I got my Sea Guard, but yeah, what can they do against what y'all just witnessed? And if, in one turn, those white Lions will be lucky if they last one more turn of combat. So High Elf turn 3. I charge with the Sea Guard. I'm mad at this point. I get a flank charge. This is good. This is great. So that should help that Frostheart in that combat there. Bolt Thrower continues to open fire. I'm shooting the big Doomfire block down. There's his general, that Chaos guy on that lizard demonic thing. Doom Warlock saves. I think I get like one of them. He saves the rest of them. The things are so ridiculous. If anyone has any strategy or suggestions for me as a High Elf player to fight Doomfire Warlocks, I'm all ears. Really, I am. Oh, one more to go. Frostheart wipes out the Dark Elf Bolt Thrower. Basically, we win that combat. It flees. My Frostheart pursues it. I think I catch it. We'll know in the next slide or two. I think he catches it and kills it, and I basically reform. So I'm in position for a flank charge to help the White Lions. I'm just praying to Isis right now that that they can survive one more turn. And that's the real question of the day: can they hold? And that's another shot right there. I love how his Witch Elves are painted. They're really awesome looking. Don't like fighting them though. So, my Chosen, there he is, kind of a bad picture, I apologize. Wanted to get that and really illustrate that he's still alive, he's still given a ward save. I would not send him against, what's her name? Yeah, but he's still there. Of course, it was a Hail Mary. He literally killed every single White Lion to the last. And, oh yeah, my Chosen was in a challenge with one of his Dreadlords there. I think he was in a challenge with his Battle Standard Bearer on the right there. But I'm no longer stubborn now, because he completely wiped out the White Lions. So, pretty much, I need Snake Eyes, or Insane Courage, to stay with the Chosen. It's not going to happen, and he's going to flee. Hopefully he'll flee right. And yeah, maybe he can get away, doubt it. Yep, he doesn't get away. The Dark Riders pursue him. They chase him down. They kill him. Yeah, I'm sorry I sound so distraught. It's just really painful for me to watch this, and I think I suppressed this game in my memory. It was just such a beating. Yep, there are the witches. Doomfire is right there. End of High Elf turn 3. Is it over? Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah. They just went through the White Lions like they were nothing, and yeah, and I got the Frost Hearts, but they got that special character with Strength 10, so I mean, she's just gonna make way and just stab it and kill it. So as Dark Riders, of course, they reform as well after. So this is the end of High Elf turn 3. How it's looking. I finished his Bolt Throwers, so I got a Frost Heart open up. That's still a long charge. He's, of course, going to charge my Sea Guard. Yeah. Of course, he charges. I use the Sea Helm Hero special ability. I'm not going to stand and shoot, because what's the point? Because then I'd be in Horde formation, and then he would just literally rip me apart. The only chance that I really had was to basically get Steadfast. Though, I mean, when you can put 33 wounds on White Lions, I'm pretty sure that he's going to just go right through my my Sea Guard too. And of course, in the Magic phase, I didn't get to take a picture of it, but he, I think he did Doomfire Bolt or Doom Bolt to the unpainted Frost Heart right there, and it has 4 wounds on it, so it's nearly dead. Hoofing it, moving it around. Think he's going for my other Bolt Thrower at the time. Dark Riders are also moving out. They're going for the other Bolt Thrower. This was supposed to be in a picture before this. Sorry, I mixed up on the slides. Yep, turning about with the Doomfires. I'm just so distraught at this point. So he gets Flesh to Stone off on his Witches. Toughness 5 Witches. Yeah, no thank you. Really, no, not. I don't want that. And my mages are dead at this point. He gets it off, though. I tried to stop it, but... And at this point, I just call the game to save my humility, and maybe my Sea Guard can get sold into slavery or something, instead of being killed. So yeah, granted, I had both my Frost Hearts alive, but it really didn't matter against the Witch Elf block. You know, I killed some. I asked him to put the witches there that I did kill in the back. My White Lions did kill some of his witches, but it was just too powerful. Yeah, needless to say, I can go ahead and tell you, he came in 10th place. He was in top 10 at Brawler Bash. Out of 94 people, he came in 10th place. He's really a great Warhammer player. Like I said, he's my Yoda. He taught me how to play fantasy. We've probably played several games. I think I've only beat him twice. That's when he was playing Warriors of Chaos. And now he's playing Dark Elves, though. I'm not sure if I can ever beat him playing Dark Elves. But hopefully, I would like to play this list again. If I have a week or so to really design and think of a list. It's just ridiculous. Though it's all in good fun, though. It was fun to fight him and see him again. So we have a Dark Elf victory, of course. He slaughtered me. MVP, though, I gotta give it to my Frostheart. Simply because he was able to survive a volley of 4 bolt throwers, and by default, he killed 4 bolt throwers, so he earned me the most points. I think 4 bolt throwers, I think it was like close to 300 points or 270 points, and yeah, sure, the other bolt throwers, I made a Doomfire Warlock unit of 5 run off the table, but for the Frostheart, surviving the bolt thrower volleys and killing those 4, I had to give it the MVP. Alright guys, appreciate y'all watching that massacre against the Dark Elves. Or excuse me, a massacre for the High Elves, actually. And I'll have another battle report coming soon against Warriors of Chaos that I played yesterday. That was a little more interesting game, and we'll talk about that in the next video. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you again.